Hi, everybody. Welcome to ITF Late Night Live. It's been a while, but we're back with another one. Tonight I have three Lancaster girls here. We have Tiffany, Andres, Avrey, Kirisits, and Morganne D from the Lancaster field hockey. A couple of them play other sports too. But yeah, so these girls won the Section 6 championship this year for field hockey, as you might know. And we're gonna start off talking about that. So I guess Avrey, if you want to start us off, just kind of from your perspective, just the field hockey season, and then being able to finish it off with that championship.
Yeah, it was so exciting, getting to win. We didn't go as far last year, and especially losing to Orchard Park the first time and being able to win the second time was great. And for that last season with our coach, she's not going to be coaching any longer, so that was good to finish it off like that for her.
Okay, awesome. Morganne, do you want to talk about it from your perspective?
Yeah. So when we went into the season, we played Orchard Park the week before sectionals, and Orchard Park was the better team that day.
Go ahead.
And so we definitely didn't come out as strong as we could have. And for me personally, it was definitely a harder game because last minute left in the game, stroke was called, wide open net, and I missed. And I felt like I had let myself down. So being able to come back and playing them again in the championship game kind of gave me the validation that we deserve to be there. And it's always hard to be the team twice. So coming in to that game, I was pretty confident that we were going to be able to show ourselves what we really are that game. And when Tiff scored that third goal to put us up, it kind of, I don't know, made me feel like we can do more. And then that fourth goal kind of sealed the deal. So it was a great way to end that season in my high school career.
All right, awesome. And yeah, Tiffany, I know we talked a little bit right after the game. You scored the game-winning goal in that game. So walk us through that goal and just kind of, your thoughts on the game.
Oh, yeah, I was super excited that we won the sectional game, especially because it's our senior year. And as Avrey said, that we didn't go as far last year when we lost to North last year. And it was honestly one of the most amazing games that we've played. I've seen us work together during that whole game, and we just didn't give up. I remember thinking to myself, I'm going to do as much as I can for the team, and I'm going to be there for them. So for me to help get there to the net and help, and when they threw the ball and I tipped it with my stick, it felt really good to do what I had to do to help the team out. And it was an amazing game, and it was good. It was exciting to beat Orchard again.
Yeah, I was gonna ask too. Any of you can answer this one, but being able to play rival Orchard Park in that last game, just kind of what was that like, and how did that kind of add to the excitement of everything?
So for us, we came into the season not really having a clear contender, and once we realized we lost Orchard Park, it just gave us that from the school all their support. So we had the whole school riding on our back, oh, we got to beat Orchard Park, beat our rivals. So to finally be able to beat them that second time, and everyone was just so proud of us, definitely helped us kind of have that rivalry that Lancaster's the better school so far in this year.
All right, awesome. And then, yeah, just with kind of the weird shortened season, just kind of how thankful are you girls that you did get to play this season, and, how much more special did that make everything?
That's definitely something we all made sure to keep in mind the whole season, because not everyone got to play their season the way that should be, and we definitely kept that in mind and took every practice. We never took anything for granted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Any of you girls have anything to add about your field hockey season, about that section championship?
It's definitely, I would say, our best game of the year, personally. We all played as a team, and even the girls who didn't play that game supported us from the bench. They were always cheering on us every play of the game. So to finish off all of our careers, our coaches' careers on that I would say best game of the season was definitely, for me, my favorite memory of my career.
Awesome. Tiffany or Avrey, anything to add to that?
No?
All right, awesome. For people watching, looks like we do have 7 viewers right now. Make sure you tune in. I did tweet out the link. I'll make sure that I tweet something else out too that we're live right now. But feel free to ask any questions in the comments for these girls too if you're watching at home. And then, like I like to do in a lot of these, you girls have some questions prepared for each other. So I guess, Avrey, if you want to start and ask Morganne one of the questions you have for her.
Sure. Tiffany, want to ask, or Morganne, want to ask Tiffany first?
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
shoot. No. I just need to get it up. 1 second. Just 1 second. Okay. Morganne, what did you do to prepare for this upcoming field hockey season?
Okay, so with COVID obviously happening, you have a lot of time on your hands. So I kind of like used all the time that I had. For me and Avrey, it was our first week of tryouts when everything started down. So we were already like in shape for lacrosse, and our coach sent us workouts throughout the first few weeks just so we can stay in shape. And so I was going runs every day and work on individual skills, which definitely helped with the more time. And then once phase 4 started, we started practicing every week. We would get the team, bring in some of the juniors, and then coach some of the JV girls sometimes over the season or over the summer. And we would just play together. We would pass, we would scrimmage, and to be able to play with these girls like in the summer definitely helped us coming into the season. My goal was to be ready the first day we came, whether that be in August or that would be when we started in September. So definitely being able to like play with these girls definitely set me up for success this season. Okay, so I'll ask Tiffany the question. Okay, what were your thoughts coming into this season?
I definitely had high hopes for this season. I had a feeling that we were going to go far from the start, just from like when during our practices during the summer, all of us practicing together and how well like we were together and just like the chemistry we all had. We played so well together, and I just knew like right then and there that we were going to go far. Definitely. And I knew that we have a chance this year. And then I'll ask you, Avrey. What made you want to play field hockey?
Well, I started later compared to everyone else. I loved playing basketball and field hockey with like not the same girls, but a lot of girls who play sports all played field hockey too, and they're all like, "You should try it," and I did, and I loved it, and I loved the team, and it was just fun. So, okay. Morganne, what made you want to start, like when you were younger, what made you want to start playing sports?
So I grew up in a primarily sports household. My mom played sports throughout high school. My dad played sports, and then he played hockey in college. So they kind of wanted me to follow, I guess, in their footsteps. And I had played every sport imaginable when I was younger, softball, soccer, everything. And so when it came down to like middle school, I had to choose between sports and then I danced. I danced for almost 10 years, and I'm so happy that I picked sports over dance. But I had played hockey and lacrosse before coming into middle school, and I wanted to take that risk playing field hockey, and I'm so happy that I was able to like choose that sport coming into 7th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And so, Tiffany, what goes through your head when preparing for a big game?
For a big game, I always think to myself, like, what can I do during this game that will help my teammates and will help the team do better in the game? I also think about like all this positive stuff about my team just to keep me hyped up for the game, and that usually like helps me go in and motivates me a lot. Avrey, what made you want to play lacrosse in college?
Well, it's like my favorite thing to do ever since I started, and all I want to do is just get better and help my team out to win games, and it keeps me like in shape, and I just love it and want to continue competing. And then Morganne, what keeps you motivated and wanting to play 3 sports in college?
So for me, it was definitely a different journey than most people when getting to college. I had started my freshman year focusing on just playing hockey, just looking at like D1 schools, touring them, talking to coaches, and went through that freshman year looking just to go for hockey. And then sophomore year rolled around. I played on the varsity team that year, and I loved it, fell in love with it. So I started playing for the local travel organization, and I realized that I definitely had colleges interested, and so I wanted to pursue that also. And I was like, oh, which sport do I choose? I was really kind of torn. And then junior year, played on a nationally ranked hockey team, so got a lot of looks there and was able to continue that success. But then obviously junior year is the most important recruiting year. And with COVID, that for field hockey was not able to finish that year off, and definitely had to keep my options open from there. And I had talked to Coach Colzer at Arcadia and playing hockey there, and I wanted to also play field hockey, so I reached out to the field hockey coach. She was interested, and then I was like, you know what, let me just text the lacrosse coach and see what she would say. And she was actually like very like open to it, and she's like, oh, wouldn't mind you, I would love to see you playing here, and fell in love with the campus. And for me, Lancaster and the coaches there, they've always like been beside me and like helped me throughout the year. So I kind of wanted to give back to them and show them that like all their hard work paid off, and I wanted to just prove to myself that I could do all 3. And I'm really excited to play all 3 in college. Definitely something new to me, something new to the organization. They've never had someone play 3, so just to be able to keep that success from high school motivated me to wanted to play the rest of the years in college. And so Tiffany, your question is, what is your most memorable or favorite memory of your field hockey career?
My favorite memory from my field hockey career is probably, it happened last year. We were playing Iroquois, and they were undefeated. And it was 0-0 the whole game. And finally, there was like 14 seconds left on the clock, and I scored the game-winning goal. That was probably like one of the best things that's ever happened to me in my whole entire life. It was amazing. Avrey, who's your greatest role model when it comes to playing sports and staying motivated?
One of my greatest role models from like playing with someone, like being on my team, would probably be Maddie Mazer. She's just so positive and has the best attitude, and is always like wants to work, and she never like gets caught up in drama or like worrying about how anyone else is like on the other team is playing or what anyone else is doing. It's like she just cares about her team and getting better. And then Morganne. If you had to pick only one sport to play in college, which one would it be and why?
Well, if you asked me this question years ago, I probably would have said hockey, but I definitely think field hockey. For me, it's such a different sport than the other 2. I have so much fun playing it. I mean, maybe it's just because I've been on like good teams and like positive and teammates that I've loved, but like I think field hockey is definitely for me the most fun to play, and I'm really excited to like play a full season out at Arcadia because they want me to finish out a full season before playing the next one, and being able to play that whole season without any interruptions is something I'm looking forward to. So Tiffany, your next question is, since you're going to Brockport, what made you choose Brockport?
So after I reached out to the coach, and she got back to me telling me that she wanted to meet with me and she wanted me to come down for a visit, I went to the campus, and right when I walked on campus, I was like, I can see myself here. It was so, like, I just felt like it was home, and I absolutely loved the campus. I fell in love with it, even though I couldn't really see a lot of it because of, like, COVID going on right now. I couldn't, like, see the dorms really. But even, like, not being able to see everything, I already knew that I could just see myself there. And even just, like, meeting with the coach, like, she was amazing. We clicked, and I just knew that I wanted to go here, and I knew, like, right away. Avrey, when you're having a bad game, what is something you do or think in order to stay positive and stay motivated?
When I'm having, like, a bad game or a bad, like, first couple minutes, I always think, like, try to have a short-term memory. And then another thing I think of is when after the game, I would rather say I had a bad first couple minutes or first quarter than a bad whole game. So I try and, like, just have a short-term memory and start over. And then I only had 4 questions for Morganne.
Morganne, do you have anything else for Tiffany?
Yeah, I have one more question for Tiff. Do you have any expectations heading into college, or what goals do you have when playing field hockey there?
I'm definitely excited to meet, like, the team at Brockport and get to know everyone on the team and have a chance to play with them. Some goals that I have is, like, doing all the summer workouts that we have, and just going to, like, all the clinics and just getting ready for the season and doing everything I can to prepare myself for the season. So those are pretty much some big goals I have for going into the season. If y'all feel lucky. And I had one more question for Avrey, which was, what are you looking forward to as graduation is approaching?
I'm looking forward to being done with school and meeting new people in college and, like, getting to know my new team and, like, seeing how different people play. And it's just going to be a bigger competition. And then we had one question that we all thought we would answer. It was, like, what's one tip you would give someone for recruiting, like, that's younger than us? So, Morganne, awesome. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, so personally, I've been to, I would say, over 10 recruiting seminars, and they are boring, I'll tell you that. But one thing is to keep your options open. Don't commit to one school right away. Personally, I've had that personal experience, but if you play multiple sports, don't always, if you're confused, like, don't pick one right away. See how it all plays out, because you can change your mind going into senior year, and you never know what's going to happen. So definitely keep your options open. And Tiffany?
My biggest advice to tell someone who is going through the recruiting process is go to any clinic you can. Clinics are, like, super important. And if you can just try to get to any clinic, it's, like, the best thing, because so many coaches come out and do these clinics, and they're there to watch you and help you get better. And if they see at a clinic that you're coachable and that they like your skill set and everything, they will recruit you, like, from the clinic. That's pretty much how Brockport saw me. And I went to, like, any clinic that I, like, could go to. So that's definitely one of my biggest, like, advice to give.
Yeah, I would say start as soon as possible. Like, I didn't start getting serious about lacrosse till, like, junior year, like the end of sophomore year, which is, it's not too late, obviously, but you should start as soon as you can, and too early, like, you'll never be too early. And then another thing is, when you're making your decision, don't, like, think about anyone else's, like, opinions. Like, think about it as if when you make your decision, you can't tell anyone. Like, you won't get anyone else's opinions, because you're the one that's going to college, and no one else is going to be going with you. So that's that.
Okay, awesome. We have just a little bit of sad stuff to talk about, and then we'll get to some more fun stuff. But with everybody kind of probably saw the announcement today that sports have been pretty much, at least high risk sports, which includes basketball and hockey, have been indefinitely postponed at this point. Originally, we were hoping for January 4th, and now we basically just have to wait until the state says that that can happen. So I guess Avrey and Morgan, if you want to kind of give your thoughts on that and just kind of what you're doing to kind of stay positive and prepared through everything.
Yeah, so I'll start. For me, going into senior year, I was definitely had a lot of expectations. Senior year, that's the year where you get to shine. You have no other older girls who are getting the spotlight, so it's your year to take control. And I know a lot of my other teammates that I played on the travel team were looking forward to their senior year and kind of leading the league. But to stay positive, we have a group chat and we do text in there as much as we can. We try to set up like dry lands, like outside, if weather permits. If the rinks start to reopen, we're definitely going to start some captain's practices, all safely with masks and all that stuff, all the guidelines that the rinks post. But for seniors, for me personally, I've been on this team it's my 6th year on the team. I started in 7th grade, taking the bus up to the high school and then taking the bus to the rank. So I've created so many connections with the league and the coaches there. So to end this, not have a senior season would definitely stink, but I'm trying to stay as hopeful as I can and be a good role model and positive influence to the younger girls who are looking to have a season because they look up to you. And if you're not positive, then their hope is lost.
Avrey, what about you?
I think we're all just trying to stay positive. We've been having like a couple of Zooms a week to all just be able to connect because usually right now we would be like halfway through the season. And I know we all had big goals for this year with the playoffs and everyone's just trying to stay positive. And we're all we safely playing, like practicing at home and trying to like go to the Boys and Girls Club when it's allowed and just hoping for the best.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's definitely, you kind of both said it, important to hope for the best and to stay hopeful through everything because I think it's better to be that way and, and like you said, setting a good example too. All right, well, enough about that. Since it is December and we have 14 days until Christmas, we wanted to do a little bit of Christmassy stuff. So I have some trivia, but I guess first I'm just going to start and ask you girls, what is your favorite Christmas movie and why? Tiffany, you can start this one.
My favorite Christmas movie has to be probably Home Alone. I've watched it so many times already this year that I could like repeat every word, and it's just like it's like hilarious. That's probably got to be my favorite Christmas movie.
Awesome. Avrey, what about you?
I think my favorite one is Family Vacation. It's just funny, and we watch it every year when we're decorating the Christmas tree, so it's just fun.
All right. And Morgan?
I'm gonna get a little bit of criticism because it might not be a Christmas movie, but Die Hard 2. I like an action movie. I know people don't think it's a Christmas movie, but I think it's a Christmas movie, and I just like that they incorporate like Christmas aspects and not just your typical Christmas movie. So that's my favorite movie.
I kind of like the debate around that. So if anyone's watching and you want to put in the comments whether you think Die Hard is a Christmas movie or not, let us know. I actually literally just watched the first one like last year. Or no, over the summer, I think. My brother was staying with me for a little while when everything was crazy with COVID. And so we decided to watch it the one night, like in the middle of June. And he was like, see, it's a Christmas movie. And I was like, okay, I can see it. All right. And then, so if you are watching, I'll try to still get to your comments, but I have to move away from that for a second here because I have some Christmas trivia here. So let's see. Trying to find some fun ones here. Hang on 1 second. I found a more fun one before, and that one's not popping up now, so. What is your favorite Christmas tradition, or what do you girls typically do on Christmas?
Morgan, you want to go?
Yeah. So on Christmas Eve, we get pizza and wings as a family, and we watch the Christmas Story, the 24-hour one on TNT, and then it plays all day. Even though we don't watch it, it just plays all day. So just to be with like my family, eating some nice buffalo wings and pizza while watching the movie is definitely my favorite Christmas tradition.
Awesome. Avrey, what about you?
My favorite Christmas tradition is probably New Year's Eve too. We'd go to church and then at like 8, and then we'd go to my grandparents' house and we'd all open presents the night before Christmas. It's gonna be a little different this year, but it was nice all the other years.
Yeah. What about you, Tiffany?
Mine is probably on Christmas Day. We all sleep in as long as we can, and then we wake up and we have like this huge breakfast with all of us, and it's pretty nice.
Awesome. All right, so I found some Christmas trivia. The only problem is this one doesn't have answers, so we're just gonna have to debate these and see if we can get these right. And this first one, I was like, wait a second. So the first question is, we all know that Rudolph has a red nose, but does Rudolph have antlers?
Yes.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he did in the end. I think when he was a baby, obviously he didn't, or they were really small, but I'm pretty sure he did when they got to the end. I'll find a picture of Rudolph and we'll see. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so it looks once he grows up, he does. But obviously when he's a baby, which I guess makes sense. All right. The next one. Which country created eggnog? I don't know that one either.
Germany. I don't know.
That's probably a good guess.
Good guess.
Let's see. Which country created Britain? That's Great Britain.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. The most popular item to put on top of a Christmas tree is. I think there's two.
Angel or star?
Yeah, angel or a star. I don't think there's one is more popular than the other. I have an angel on mine, but Morgan, what do you have on yours?
I have a star.
Star,
It's a homemade paper star.
That's awesome. All right. Let's see. This is an interesting one. The average number of gifts an adult male gets for Christmas is 50.
How many did you say?
What?
15.
15.
I'm gonna say 7.
8.
Let's see. Oh, here we go. This one looks like it's similar, but it actually has the answers. Okay. Apparently it's 6. I don't know. Where did they come up with this? All right. Let's see. In It's a Wonderful... Have you girls seen It's a Wonderful Life? The old classic one? No? If you haven't seen it, you should watch it.
Tell me how it went, maybe.
It's really old, so it's mostly in black and white, and it has Jimmy Stewart in it, and it starts off like when he's a kid, and then there's an angel that's sent to him because he's like really depressed and about to like possibly jump off a bridge. So the angel is sent to save him and show him just like how important like he actually was to everyone. So the angel basically takes him through the town and what it would look like if he hadn't been born, and it's just like really crazy. And yeah, but then it ends like super like cheesy happy, and it's awesome. So Morgan, you said you have seen it, right? Tiffany,
Yeah.
did you say you have?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What
Yeah.
did in It's a Wonderful Life, what did Clarence receive for accomplishing his mission?
Angel wings?
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't it wings?
Yeah, his wings. Yep. And then the little girl would go, every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings. All right. Let's see. Which U.S. president barred the Christmas tree from being displayed in the White House?
I have no idea.
No idea.
Let's see. Teddy Roosevelt, apparently. For environmental reasons. He wouldn't let them put an actual tree in the White House. I guess that makes sense. All right, so we talked about favorite Christmas movies. What's your favorite Christmas book?
Christmas book.
Yeah. Or story.
I guess the Polar Express.
Oh yeah, the Polar Express.
Let's see. We talked about what we do with our families. What's the best present you ever got for Christmas?
My dog.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Probably it sounds awful, but AirPods. I'm a big music listener, and me and a foreign exchange student, we both got them and surprised each other. So
Oh,
I guess that was my recently favorite Christmas gift.
that's awesome. What
Yeah,
about you,
probably
Tiffany?
my Apple Watch.
Yeah, nice. Okay. Let's see. I think we've been through a lot. Anything else you girls want to add about Christmas or anything else?
I have a question for you.
Okay.
What's your favorite tradition?
My favorite tradition, so what we do with our family is we go to church on Christmas Eve. Um, and growing up, I hope there's no little kids watching this, but growing up, we never believed in Santa. But the one thing that my parents would do and try to still joke and somehow convince us that it was Santa was that we would go to church, and then on the way home my dad would drop my mom off, but then she would pretend that she forgot something and we'd have to drive around for a while or something like that. And then we would get home, and the one thing that we would open on Christmas Eve and we still do, is a box full of books for everyone. And I love to read, so that's always my favorite part of Christmas. And then even like on Christmas Day when we're opening presents, I'm always like, all right, now I can go back to my books. Like, and so it's really fun because Christmas Eve, my sister loves to read too, and so does my dad. So like we'll stay up late reading, and then we usually watch the Santa Claus on Christmas Eve. And we'll have like snacks and Christmas cookies and stuff like that while we read our books and watch the movie. So it's really fun. Yeah. Anything else?
I think so.
All right. If you are watching this now, tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock, I believe it was from 11 to 1, you can support Lancaster Girls
I
Lacrosse.
can't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it just got staticky for some reason. I don't know what happened there. I'll try that again. Okay. If you are watching now, tomorrow morning from 11 to 1, I believe it was, in Lancaster, at Jules and Jane Boutique in the village of Lancaster, they will be selling lacrosse merchandise to support the lacrosse team. And apparently it'll be at really good prices, I saw. So make sure you go out and support the lacrosse girls. And then also, if you'd like to support Icing the Fed and everything that I do, you can buy one of my awesome cozy winter hats. They're fleece lined, which I didn't even know until after I got them, but they're super cozy and cute, and well, not cute, but cool or cute. But they're really nice. And so those are $15 plus $5 shipping. And I tweeted out the link to my PayPal and my Venmo, so you can pay using either one of those, or just shoot me a message if you can't find those. I think that's all we got. Thank you to Kaleida Health and Peg's Place, my other sponsors. Make sure that you support small businesses, especially in these tough times right now. If you don't know what to get people for Christmas, get them a gift card to a restaurant or a small business, because anything helps right now. And I think we are good. Thank you so much, girls, for joining me, and I hope that we have more games to play and cover very soon. All right.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Yep.